right from the start, decide what kind of lawyer you're going to be. Because the kind of law student that you are is going to be the kind of lawyer that you are, which is just in the same regard. If you're thinking about law school, the kind of person and student you are right now, depending on your age, but for most of us that are in our mid 20s to 30s, that seems to be my class average for law school. I mean, you're pretty much who you are by this point. So, if you're one of those people that just skates by, then you're going to be a lawyer that just skates by, in whatever job it is. If you're the lawyer that shows up on time or shows up early, is prepared well, I mean, when you get to court, you're going to show up early, you're going to be well prepared. Whatever they throw at you, you're probably going to be ready for it. So just remember that, there's not some magical threshold at the end of law school where now you become a professional. You are going to be whatever you make yourself out to be. There's not really, again, it probably depends on the law school. At my law school, there is no dress code. But I dress in a professional manner every day for no other reason than I'm in a professional mindset. And I know a lot of people, you'll hear this advice, and if you go to if your school has orientation, or if you have any friends that are lawyers, they'll say, well, just treat law school like it's a job. Well, I agree with that, but I don't. I do not treat law school like a job. I treat law school like a career. And I have subtle differences that, in my opinion, differentiate the two. If you have a job, you might have a job at Best Buy or Wendy's or a pool company, but more than likely a job, you're going to work 30 hours a week, maybe 40 hours a week, and then that's it. I mean, when you're off, you're off. There's no problem, there's no worries. Whereas a career is a little different. A career is not going to be 30 to 40 hours a week. Most careers that are serious professional careers are going to be 60 to 80 hours a week. Whether or not that's all in the office or not, you're going to have to be reading memos at home. I mean, it's just get ready for it. I mean, that's a light week. So I treat it as a career, and I'm career minded. So this attire just helps me drive that home. I just treat it. I just treat it professionally, and it's what works for me. Does that mean that I'm telling you that if you dress up in a tie and shirt every day that it's going to make you a better student? It might not. Another valid thing to think about is I'm comfortable this way. I can sit around in class all day, but again, I wore uniforms, whether it was in the military or after that police world, or after that the consulting world. I wore this kind of attire for years and years and years. So for me, I'm comfortable in it. But if you're more comfortable and relaxed in class in shorts and t-shirt, then hey, that's fine. But another thing to think about is your professional image starts from the absolute first day you walk into that class. Not just with your professors, who will be your associates and recommenders one day, but also everybody around you. I mean, you only get one chance at a first impression. And I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a $4,000 Armani suit, but it doesn't take much. I can promise you, it doesn't take much to look professional, and that can even just be maybe a tucked-in polo shirt. But it definitely makes a difference. I mean, you will be viewed as a professional person, and the friends you make in law school will be the people that you're going to be friends with and associates and confidants with for years. I mean, your friend in law school might get a state job, and they might need to appoint somebody to a pretty important position. And if they have that image of you that, absolutely, not only do you show up to class early and you get the job done, and, you were always professional both to them and in your appearance. I mean, you never know. I mean, that's one of my law school professors. She got a job that way. And it was years down the road, but it was just because she had established throughout the legal community that she was a professional and conducted herself as such.